I'm hearing, I know what I do is taboo. Yes, what I do is taboo compared to how I was raised, right? But I came here to say that the anxious attachment and the avoidant attachment both have the same wound, and they just usually go about it two different ways. So it's my theory about the hero and the villain. And I'm pretty sure someone else has also said this sometime in time, right? It's the duality of you, the duality of the human experience, the duality of this world that we live in today and the planes that we exist on, right? It is a moving scale because our frequencies shift every day, every second, every moment, with every thought, with every feeling, with every emotion, with whatever we give attention to, our frequency changes. But the avoidant and the anxious attachment have the same wound. And I can speak from experience on that, right? I remember being an anxious attachment, especially from my younger years into even the beginning of my young adult life. And because of how I was raised, like I just had a really toxic relationship with my dad and honestly with my parents as a whole, to be quite honest, because no matter how good and efficient the unit runs, the unit is still a unit, so yeah. And then moving into, I feel an avoidant, right? Because it's like I realized how being an anxious attachment really didn't work for me, but at the same time I didn't want to get hurt again. I really wanted to heal. I did not want to feel like I needed somebody, like I needed air to breathe. And to reel it back in, they have the same wound because the avoidant attachment, from my experience, usually, especially if they have an abandonment wound, let me specify, because there are multiple kinds of wounds. They will go, I don't need this, I can leave. They always try to leave. Their power is in their detachment. Their power is in the power to not be present. Oh, I can detach myself easily. You need me. Now the anxious person is like, no, what do I have to do to not get this person to leave me? But if the anxious person would wake up and just realize, like I did, that they never leave, they just keep heaping their misery on top of you and keep pulling on that wound of abandoning you and you always being alone and you not being lovable. They also, in their own way, don't feel lovable and they don't know how to take accountability. They get overwhelmed by their own emotions and their own thoughts that they eject and they leave to prove that they mean something. It's the same thing, just in two different ways.